This is Loyalist Lancers Sports in 35. Women's soccer versus Algonquin from September 18th, 2024. Stephen Chill with play-by-play and Caleb Seguin on color.
The Lancers starting off here in the corner. It's going to be Smith. Passing back, trying to find a round. It's going to be Balson. It's able to get around the Algonquin defender and puts one up. Algonquin trying to stop that forward momentum. Lancers passing back here, trying to find an opening. It's Balson. Algonquin now able to shift it around with Jones on the far side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Going to be Wolves' ball. Algonquin 3-0 on the season, looking mighty impressive. The Lancers currently at 0-4, looking for their first win of the season. Vininia on the inside. Lancers able to kick that one out. It's going to be a throw-in again here for the Wolves. Algonquin driving to the front of the net, passing back to their defensive side here. Jeneme Oikel with an interception on that, but putting it out of bounds. Algonquin with a quick throw-in that again goes out for a throw-in. Nice little tap ahead from Aubin. Lance is going to immediately kick that out, hoping to get it out of their own zone. Wolves keeping up some good offensive pressure. Lancers able to stop the first few runs, but Algonquin still in possession. Just outside of the box, several players going at it. Smith's going to come up with it here. Lance is on a little bit of a run. Smith trying to find an opening, passes ahead to Bullis. Bullis now is going to go off the Wolves defender and Vania for the throw-in. Lance's first time in the Wolves defensive zone. Dennis Bertrand with that first touch. Now with an opportunity trying to put it ahead to Rachel Hack. A little bit too heavy. It's going to be goal kick for the Wolves. Playing in net for the Wolves is Mariah Harper in her fourth year from Metcalfe, Ontario. Aubin gets stripped there from Smith. Smith back again, but Kelly Smith being one of the standout players for the Lancers as we see the Wolves with a big run here on the left side. It goes up, and the Lancer goalie comes out. There's a little bit of a collision in front of the net. I believe that's Lambert, but great save there from Jen Keller. Harper, Algonquin on the far side of the pitch here, trying to stay in possession. That's Aubin. Lynch is looking to kick it out and does so, but the referee's also going to call an offside on the play. Keller with the goal kick. Able to find Dennis Bertrand here to Oikel. Back to Smith, trying to find an opening, recognizing that Hack, I believe, was offside on that one, so not trying to go for the pass, but unfortunately gets stripped away from her by DeCruz, Cassandra DeCruz of the Wolves, and Smith is able to get that one back. It's Oikel now trying to find Hack up ahead. Hack going for a run, but the Wolves defender able to stave that one off, and Bradley. Mackenzie Reese on the throw-in. Referee's not liking Reese running up the pitch too much there. Finds Smith on the inside, taps her hand. Referee doesn't make any call. However, the Wolves grab it back, and Olivia Bradley. Bradley sent that one ahead. Now Algonquin going for a sprint the other way as we see Samantha Jones. We see Jen Keller coming out to defend that one. Great goalkeeping effort there from the Lancers. Lancers having to regroup here. Seems the defenders kind of got caught a little flat-footed on the Lancer side here, but going to get bailed out by an offside call on the linesman ref. Keller. Kick up to Oikel. It's a little bit over her head. Going to be grabbed by Katharina Lamb, who puts that up ahead. A little bit too hot. Keller is going to grab that. Trying to find an opening. On the closest side up here is Callista Bullis with that first touch. Hack with the second. Algonquin able to snag that back. Now trying to find an opening on the far side of the pitch. Wolves circling it for just a moment. Aubin taps it ahead, but that's going to go out. Lancers for the throw-in. Reese to Dennis Bertrand. It's a good first touch on it, but Algonquin with some heavy pressure, a little bit of a back and forth. Wolves become the best of that one, but great effort on a second chance there from Tiana Bentley of the Lancers. Going to go out. Throw-in immediately is contested there. Lancers say the Wolves were a little bit too heavy on that approach. So going to give a free kick for the Lancers. Opportunity for them to get out of their own zone. And again, both teams, after playing several games, the Wolves only at 3, but Lancers, of course, at 4. As we see Smith here in the midfield, double teamed and loses that. Through ball gets sent. It's Olivia Lambert. There's one teammate with her, but great defensive effort there from Brooke Balson, one of the standout Lancers this year, in my opinion, on the defensive end. So it's going to be a Lancer goal kick. AWL trying to pass that ahead, but Algonquin getting a toe on that one is Sarah Garrett. Lancers have a little bit of a quick turnover there, so Wolves getting an opportunity. Giorgio with a nice cross in. It's a little bit too high for Jones, but on the far side, it's picked back up, circling back to the middle. Going to be Aubin to the inside, not able to find an opening. Ooh, Brooke Balson running there into the offensive player of the Wolves, wearing the captain's armband. I believe that's Olivia Lambert. Here's Lambert again, maybe looking for a little bit of revenge. She thought it was a little bit too heavy of a tackle. The ball ends up going out, so another corner kick here for the Wolves. Still in possession is the Wolves in the corner. It's going to be Bradley. Some heavy pressure around her, tries to go for a kick. It's going to go off Smith. Another corner kick, this time closest to our side of the field here in the booth. Samantha Jones, the corner kick taker here for the Wolves. Kick is up. Looks really good past everybody. Weingarten trying to get that out of their zone. Ends up putting that out of bounds instead. Wolves quickly throw it back in. Lambert trying to find an opening, thinking about a pass on the inside, does so. Jen Keller comes out, tap that one away, and Smith hoofs it. Algonquin still in possession, trying to hold it down. Vania, Smith, now for the Lancers, able to take that one away, trying to find a pass just upfield. Doesn't end up going out of bounds. Algonquin grabbing it back. Quick pass to the inside. This is a little bit off from Lambert, so turns that over to Smith and the Lancers. The Lancers here on a little bit of a run. Going to be Kaylee Weingarten trying to find an opening. Jeneme Oikel on the far side with the run, and not able to outmatch the Algonquin defender, Olivia Bradley. Jones having an opening, going for the shot. Jenna may go into the side, and that one is going to be in. Samantha Jones with her first of the game. Rachel Hack to kick us off again. 13:03 played in this OCAA competition. Oikel, the back corner to Reese. Weingarten, I've been trying to do her best to make her lose that, and does so from assistance from her team. Now the Wolves in possession, and Lambert going down on the ground from a little bit of a heavy touch from Tiana Bentley of the Lancers. The referee is going to give them a foul. The Lancers able to snag that back right away. Close on the inside. It's going to be Smith again under pressure here. Smith ends up losing that one from the throw-in. As the Cruz tries to send that ahead, Lambert is not able to grab a first good touch on that. Turn it over to the Lancers, but Lancers turn it right back. Lambert up ahead here to Jones. Jones looking for his second of the game in the corner against Ada Beal of the Lancers. Long cross in on the inside. Michael trying to get a toe on it. Doesn't end up doing so. Wolves going back to reset. A little bit of an awkward pass from Lamb's going to put that one out. So Lancers with a throw-in. Reese, Dennis Bertrand trying to keep that in, but it's going to be out. Wolves. Lambert to the inside. Going to be Garrett here. Trying to find Aubin. Aubin with an angle, but the ball rolling a little bit too far ahead of her. Deal with that touch. Now Smith. Smith trying to go for a deke. Ends up getting crossed off. And Aubin trying to go for some fancy feet of herself. But ends up getting stopped. But still in possession. Picks up and in. But it's going to be easily grabbed there from the Lancers goalkeeper. Oikel. The Weingarten to Smith. Looking for any kind of offside. It's going to be Jeneme Oikel on the inside. The keeper comes out and just snags that. Jones with a header away. Not holding that at all. Aubin with the through ball here for Lambert. Lambert with a breakaway to see how she does. Push it to the side. Well, Lancers. Jen Keller having a phenomenal game here today. It'll be Jones trying to find anyone in the box. A little bit too heavy. She's trying to find Sarah Garrett. Now Dennis Bertrand for the Lancers. Taps it ahead. Hack. Bullis. Wolves able to steal that one away. The Lancers grab it right back. It's going to be Smith. Still holding possession, trying to find the perfect pass to Weingarten. A little bit too heavy. It's going to be turned over. Then turned over again from the Wolves. Smith, quick pass ahead to Lambert. Back to Jones. Smith tries to intercept that one. Does for half a second, but rolls into Jones' feet. Now Wolves looking on a little bit of a run on their own. Ahead to Lambert. Jen Keller coming out, but not diving for that one. Lambert's still here. It's going to be a close call. Reese to Weingarten. That gets picked off immediately from Aubin and bailed out from her Lancer defender. I believe that was Ada Beal. It'll be Lambert with a nifty little touch ahead, but not able to get much on that. Keller able to scoop that. Smith finding Weingarten with the pivot. Trying to bring this to the other side of the pitch on the right side. Dennis Bertrand. Cassandra DeCruz of the Wolves wanting that one a little bit more than Dennis Bertrand. Able to snag that away from her. Algonquin in the offensive zone. Just a nice shot to Jen Keller. Picks that up, trying to now find an open Lancer. Goes to the inside to Hack. Hack doesn't get a head on it, but Bradley does of the Wolves. Wolves now in possession. Aubin. Jen Keller coming out with another great save. Smith and Bullis here on this left side. Smith trying to find Dennis Bertrand in the middle. The pass a little bit off to where Bertrand could have grabbed it. Algonquin trying to reset themselves up here. It's going to be Aubin with a kick ahead. And excuse me, a kick on goal. And puts that one through. Alexandra Aubin from Long Sioux as the Wolves now in possession. Trying to find the inside. Giorgio. Lancers get back under control. Willis and Vanian coming together. Going to be off Vania. So Lancers with a throw-in. McNutt to Smith. Smith trying to find an opening. Holding possession of it, Aubin. Some heavy pressure, as well as Vania. Just taps that one out, so Lancers now with a throw-in. It's going to be Smith, but tapped away. So corner kick here for the Lancers. Vanderland being the last touch of the Wolves. See Kaylee Weingarten from Carrion Place, one of the rookies for the Lancers. The Lancers not able to make anything of it. It's going to be Lambert here for the Wolves. Going to be a 2-on-4, more like a 2-on-5. But pauses for a second, trying to pass back, but not enough weight on that. So last touch going off Smith. Algonquin quickly turning that defensive play into an offensive one. Going to be Jones trying to find Lambert on the inside. Pauses. Some fancy feet going to the inside. Lancers with several defenders there. Able to get it away is Smith. Cruz with the pass ahead. Keller is just going to let that one fall at her feet. Great kick from Keller to Hack. It's going to be given right back to the Wolves. And excuse me, Lancers get back in possession for half a second, then turned over again to the Wolves. Aubin, that ball ahead to Garrett. Rethinking what she wants to do, but Weingarten going to successfully put that ball out of play. Big throw into Lambert. Lambert able to body her way out of that one, trying to go into a nice position in front of the net, but Keller again, aware and alert, snags that one away. Ball's now out. Going to be Smith. Snagging that one again. Smith having a phenomenal game here against the Wolves. Gets it off one of the Wolves, that being Mercedes Vania, but turned over quickly here. Again, Wolves in possession. Smith to Hack. Hack with some options, trying to go to the far side. Didn't really look on that one, but Oikel trying to come down on that. Lamb now against Weingarten. Weingarten putting that one through. Lance is still back in possession. Kicks over to the far side. Great opportunity from Bullis if that pass was just a little bit lower. A little bit of momentum swing for the Lancers. Oikel with the touch. Aubin. Lancers snag that one back as Beal. Now it's Oikel. Oikel and Lamb on that far side. They're going to be off the Wolves player. Beal with the throw-in. Referee says the tackle to win that was a little bit too tough. Lancers able to spend a bit more time in the offensive side. Bentley with the kick in. Weingarten, a bit of a heavy challenge behind, goes to the floor, but doesn't end up getting a whistle by any means. Pass was meant for Oikel, ends up to Oikel, but now in the air. Referee's going to call a foul on the play, so a free kick here for the Lancers. And Weingarten here for the Lancers, trying to not lose possession of that. Weingarten ends up coming with it, as is the other Weingarten. Nice fancy footwork trying to get through here, but double defenders for the Wolves. Weingarten finding a good ball in, ends up just falling straight into the hands of Mariah Harper. Now Algonquin with some room to run on the far side. Balson stopping that in its tracks. Lambert here over the side and a little bit too heavy. Aubin trying to find an opening, kicking that off the Lancer defender. Weingarten with a little bit of a pivot, trying to find an opening, trying to give a ball to Hack, but the Algonquin defense holds strong. Lambert here against a 2-on-1. Jen Keller will just scoop that up. Wolves trying to set up a little bit of a play from the back half of the offensive zone. Not able to do so. So Lancers have it back. Vania and Smith are past that head of Weingarten. Weingarten with some speed on the inside here. Hossenbode trying to get the defender to move if she can. Vanderland against her here. Weingarten goes to the inside. Finds Weingarten, but the Wolves able to tap that one out very quickly here. Lancers trying to stay on the offensive side, but Lambert not wanting to let them do so. Jones trying to pass ahead to Lambert, doesn't get that pass through. At the Weingarten. Weingarten now having a sprinting contest against Vania. That ball is going to go out. Lancer throw-in. McNutt for the throw-in. And Giorgio ended up coming out of this one, making a last-minute substitution. Are the Wolves? Oikel trying to find Weingarten, doesn't do so. Bradley with it here. Weingarten trying to battle to keep that in possession. Beal now on the far side against Garrett. Beal tapping that off Garrett. Goes up to Oikel. Oikel not able to get that first touch. Young, the newly checked in Blades McHenry wearing the number 10 jersey. Blades McHenry here with a large far kick. It's going to be a little bit too heavy for her fellow Wolf, and McNutt just going to pass that one out of bounds. Aubin trying to avoid the tackle from Weingarten. Bradley trying to go for some fancy feet, ends up breaking through two Lancer defenders here. Now three. Bradley going through the entire Lancer defense here, and oh my goodness, last second, Weingarten making the stop. Going to be Isabel Martinez here for the corner kick, previously taken by Samantha Jones, but again, recently checked out of this one. We'll see if she comes back in the second half. Trying to find an opening. Keller with the touch on it. Hack trying to fight for it. Bradley in the box. Young as well in that corner. Ball just gets kicked up ahead, trying to get it out of the Lancer defensive zone. Aubin and Smith here. Hack getting in the middle of that one. Hack trying to give Smith some room. Going to be Weingarten. Really trying to put that ahead to Oikel, but a little bit too heavy. It's going to be Wolves throwing. Aubin with a nifty little touch to the far side. I believe this is Garrett. The Lancers, Tiana Bentley, going to stop that run. Algonquin again, only having two back to defend everyone else inside of the box. Weingarten with a touch on that. Keller up to get that. Shot comes through from the Wolves. Seen a little bit of shoving going on, but Vanderland with that shot. Now Lancers going back the other way. Trying to find Hack and doesn't do so. Lancers need to bring it back down and kind of regroup here just for a minute. Weingarten through the referee's legs. Quickly turned over. Algonquin. Teams both feeling some urgency here. That ball is going to go off the Lancers Marriott. And Vanian on a quick throw-in. Young on the far side. Lamb and Garrett. Referee's going to call a offside on the play, so Lancers get bailed out of that one. Balson to McNutt. Pass back to the middle to Smith. Smith trying to prevent that defensive effort from DeCruz, not able to do so. Pretty aggressive opportunity there from Blades McHenry and trying to find anybody in front of the net. Doesn't do so, ends up going out of bounds, so now it's going to be Lancer ball. Keller with a kick, close side, just the other part of the pitch to McNutt. McNutt trying to keep that ahead. Lancers trying to prevent a turnover, able to get through even though Algonquin severely under pressure throughout that entire run. But now the Wolves at the end of the run able to come back up with it here. Oikel trying to go against Bradley. Bradley just passing ahead before Oiko could get there. Reese in the corner. It's going to be off of Martinez. I believe I called Garrett a moment ago, so apologies for that. Aubin trying to put the ball through and ends up doing so. Jen Keller coming out of her net, and oh my goodness, Blades McHenry trying to find her teammate and not able to do so. McNutt with a deep throw-in. McNutt ends up with it back. Algonquin under heavy pressure here. Balson winning that away. Aubin and Weingarten colliding here. It's going to be Weingarten here and Hack. It's about a 2-on-7 on the offensive side, but still coming through. There's a shot going by, and it ends up just going to the outside of the net. Weingarten trying to pass back to Balson, but Balson recognizing that that pass was a little bit short, and now Algonquin with the through ball. It's going to be Jordan Blades McHenry there against Keller, and Keller's having a phenomenal game. McNutt and Blades McHenry in the corner. McHenry trying to pass it ahead. Ends up going to Garrett. Garrett passes back to Aubin. Aubin going for a quick right-hand kick, I think. Looking for Isabel Martinez. It didn't look like a shot, but a little bit off and goes out of bounds. Keller again opting instead of a far kick just for a close one. It's going to be Reese. Algonquin pressing up a little bit. Weingarten, the Lancers going to have an opportunity to throw in. Just put the Wolves with it. Swinging it to Vania. Ends up turning that one over. Some heavy pressure coming behind for the Lancers. They end up turning that over. It's going to be Aubin here. Smith trying to make her not have a clear run at it, but Aubin breaking through on the far side. Aubin looking for a shot with a little deke. Trying to pass back to Garrett. Garrett with a deep shot. Keller trying to find Reese. Passes a little bit too far, but Reese able to get it, but ends up getting turned over on that second pass attempt. Keller coming out of her net, just going to snag it. Getting Garrett able to get through McNutt. You see Blades McHenry also getting her chest, but just putting that towards the Lancer keeper, who's going to grab that, again, kick it ahead. Maybe Weingarten brings it down, trying to pass to Smith, ends up giving it up instead. Aubin, Young, Lamb trying to find an opening, goes to the inside. Smith with a heavy tackle, able to get that one. Is reciprocated from the Wolves, and Wolves have it just outside of the box. Garrett passes it back and awkwardly to Weingarten, but is able to win it back. Blanche is now with an opportunity to run the other way. Pass isn't heavy enough for Marriott to Smith. To Weingarten. Marriott trying to get possession, doesn't do so. Blades McHenry ends up turning that over. Balson to Rachel Hack. Bradley trying to make sure that there is no offensive sight to the end of this first half for the Lancers. With the pass up ahead, it's going to be Martinez trying to find an opening, and McKenzie, I believe it's Isabel Martinez to take the corner. Martinez with a high boot. Keller trying to get her hand on that. The referee going to say that there was some shoving, so giving a free kick here for the Lancers, and the referee is going to call that. Algonquin Wolves leading this one so far 2-0. We'll see you with second half action momentarily. It's now on the close side. You have Martinez, and Keller is trying to pick that up, but ends up getting her foot on it, kicking it ahead, but able to pick that up, no problem. Reese with a tap away. And a shot coming through. There's Katharina Lamb. Going to be a little bit heavy. Just on the far side, it's going to be McNutt. Winds up just putting that one out, but Algonquin trying to hold possession, looking for an opening. Going to turn it over. Here's Smith now, trying to find that offensive opportunity. Weingarten with a quick pass ahead that gets turned over. Vania with a pass ahead to Aubin here. Balson trying to prevent Aubin from able to get any kind of shot, pass, or anything on that far side. Aubin spinning around, passing back to Gaban. On the inside, the shot coming through from Young, and ends up going off of the post here. Lance is trying to scramble to get this ball out. It's going to be McNutt, and doesn't kick that out, just tries to bring it up a little bit to get it ahead. Does so, finds Weingarten. Weingarten now on a 2-on-2. Weingarten's able to sprint this one out. It's Vanderland. Looks like a couple substitutions coming through from the Wolves on the second half as the ball goes through. And oh my goodness, almost a goal there for the Lancers, as Marriott was waiting for that one, but not able to get a toe on it, but that was a phenomenal chance.
Yeah, with opportunities like that, the Lancers have to turn those things into goals.
Kaylee Weingarten taking the corner kick for the Lancers. Ball is up a little bit far here. I don't think he's going to find any Lancer, as I see several scrambling for that in Bullis, but not able to out-sprint that heavy kick. But as Caleb said, amazing opportunity, probably best one of the season for the Lancers. Wolves opting just to try to get it out of their own zone. Isn't able to do so. Lancers now, a little bit of a tangle up in the middle of the field between Weingarten and Mallory Armstrong. The Lancers, Smith, ahead to Marriott. Ball doesn't end up reaching Marriott. Smith trying to win back the ball, but Wolves just rotating it in their back line. Vania to Young. Smith eventually does win this one back for her and her teammates. And the referee's going to say there's a little bit of some heavy touches from Jasmine Young. Aubin having a runner on the far side, but McNutt just going to choose to put that one out with the ball intended to go to Nada Gadban.
Yeah, the Lancers, I would love to see the Lancers really do a better job of of finding ways to get open and making sure that you're in a clear shot for your players to get passes to you, and also continue to move without the ball to make sure you're available and ready for those last-minute options.
Blades McHenry with a really far throw inside of the box. This is going to fall to the hands of Jen Keller of the Lancers. Blades McHenry unable to hold that too long here. Lancers trying to turn that into something, but it looks like the Wolves are going to get it right back in the corner, fighting for possession. Hack passing back to McNutt. McNutt looking for an opportunity to put that ball ahead. Ends up giving it away. Smith taking it back. Smith sending it ahead to Marriott. Not really having a good angle on that one. Trying to get a shot, but just going ahead and out of bounds. So going to be goal kick. Algonquin taken by Maria Harper. Armstrong. Aubin. Kenzie Reese cutting off that pass. Smith now sending it ahead to Marriott. It's a little bit too much to the left. Not able to give her a run. Smith grabs that back. Sends the ball ahead. Just going to go to the hands of Harper. Wolves slowing it down, just passing back and forth on their defensive side. Now Aubin trying to go for a through ball. Does on the far side is Nana Godban. McNutt defending her here. Godban breaks through, trying to get the shot off. Is not able to do so. Some great defensive effort there. I think that's Weingarten, and it is. Algonquin having a moment, under too much pressure. Passing around, trying to find an opening. Bradley having some crazy runs a little bit earlier with some fancy feet. Now playing in the offensive side. As the pass goes from Martinez, trying to find Bradley as she was running up. Doesn't end up doing so. Now it's going to be Jen Keller, the goal kick. Pass is immediately turned over, unfortunately, for the Lancers. Going to be Martinez throwing through. Breakaway on the side. Jen Keller running that one, but really good opportunity it looked like for Jordan Blades McHenry. Ball gets through. It's going to be Weingarten. Bradley with a great defensive effort. Mackenzie Reese jumping up to get ahead on that one. And a pass ahead. And this looks like it's going to be good from Jordan Blades McHenry against Jen Keller. Keller with a crazy stop. Again, Jen Keller playing phenomenally throughout this one. It's going to be Martinez. Touch off of the Wolves on that one. Reese is throwing. Going to find Weingarten. Weingarten trying to kick that, I think, over the Wolves defender, but trying to find an opening, taking their time in the midfield. Smith trying to win that back, and Smith might. Referee says a little bit too much on the physicality realm. Olivia Bradley here with the kick. Some motion on the far side of the pitch here. Lancers with the first header. Now Weingarten trying to find an opening, sending a huge ball ahead. Going to be a little bit too hard for Rachel Hack to run that one down. Harper grabs it, gives it to her closest defender. Now the Wolves with it. Pass is a little bit awkward and goes out of bounds, so going to be a quick turnover. Lancers with another opportunity inside their own zone. Going to be Martinez now against Smith. Balson with the touch that still kind of goes off to the side. McNutt going to go off her own teammate there. Wolves not having to work too hard. So Lancers free kick and quickly taken here as well. Trying to find an opening as we see Callista Bullis trying to make a run, but don't know if there was too many Lancers that were open on that. So we see a throw in from the Wolves. Ban to the inside, turned over. Both teams having a few moments here of just turning it back and forth, not really able to secure possession on either side. Lancers trying to find an opportunity. Quick pass back to Mackenzie Reese. Reese kicking that ahead, but enough time for Aubin to get in front of that one. Pass it off. Lancers now on the offensive side of things, looking to go quickly. Far pass to Weingarten that ends up not reaching her, but Smith comes back up with it. Double teamed here. We'll get the better of that. Passing ahead to Marriott or Weingarten, either one. Neither come up with it. Wolves back in possession. Bentley with that first touch for the Lancers. Now Marriott. Smith, Weingarten.
Yeah.
Weingarten. Again, running into Bradley. Bradley putting that back through. A little bit of a heavy touch from behind is Tiana Bentley. No card or anything on the play, but free ball for Algonquin. Algonquin going through on the side. Jen Keller with an amazing first touch, and then the goal goes in from Jordan Blades McHenry. A couple of great opportunities as Blades McHenry wasn't actually a starter within this one, coming in a little bit late and making her impact known. It's going to be Marriott here on the closest side. It's going to be 1 against 4. See if there's anything that can be made of that. Marriott putting it into the inside. Ends up finding Hack. Hack ends up losing that to Lambert. Martinez. Weingarten trying to find an opening. Ahead to Weingarten or Hack. Lambert trying to prevent that. Weingarten running into that one. I'm surprised that the goalkeeper for Algonquin, Mariah Harper, wasn't a little bit more vocal about that. Not sure if she could have come out of the net. Kaylee Weingarten with the kick. Last one was a little bit too heavy. This one looks a lot better placed. We saw the other Weingarten trying to come on that. McNutt in the corner. Tries to get that through. But the referee's going to say that didn't touch the Algonquin defender, so it's just going to be a goal kick coming from Harper. Blades McHenry here, trying to find an opportunity on the inside to Martinez. I think that's Balson. Wins that one back. Weingarten coming through again. Great game from Kaylee Weingarten as Lancers trying to make some effort. This time we're seeing goalkeeper for Algonquin coming out. Mackenzie Reese with that first touch. Looked a little bit awkward. but hasn't caused any trouble. Aubin now with it. Armstrong, ahead to Godban and McNutt. McNutt not being a starter in this one, but having a pretty solid impact, being in several of these plays. As Jen Keller ends up grabbing that one. Keller with a kick, and it was actually blocked there on the inside. Referee's going to come and have a talking to, and also going to, looks like potentially pulling out the card here against Isabel Martinez. First yellow card, well, any card of the game. Keller with a short kick to the side is going to be to Smith. Smith coming under heavy pressure from behind immediately, trying to hold her own. It's a 2-on-1. Lancers still in possession as Martinez, who just got that yellow card. The last touch out of bounds. Quickly up to Smith. Smith with an opportunity. Lambert trying to keep that in to Marriott. Pass ahead, but doesn't find her target. Marriott back with it again. Weingarten with just a shot on goal instead of trying to go for anything on the inside. Godban putting that one off a Lancer. Blades McHenry with the throw-in. Aubin the intended recipient. And referee says that went off the Lancer player, so we're going to see a corner kick, Jones with the kick. Straight to the front of the net. Goes off ahead and out of bounds. Ball's up, same spot as before. And we just see the kick out of bounds from Weingarten, not wanting to get too fancy with that. Godban with the pass back to Jones. Jones goes on the inside. A couple headers back to back here. Gonna wait for control fully. Aubin, far outside the box, going for a kick that looked pretty good, but a little bit too high on that one. But otherwise, great power and good accuracy, apart from the fact it was a little bit too high. Reese, kick ahead to Oikel. Oikel first touch is really good, brings it straight down, but unfortunately turns it over immediately. Wolves here, trying to find an opening. It's Armstrong, puts it ahead, trying to find Blades McHenry, doesn't do so. Keller off her line, taking that one in a quick pass. It does get turned over to the Wolves as Weingarten's trying to hunt that down. Godban on the inside, pass to Aubin. Aubin looking for another shot here, stopping for a moment, getting run into. Referee's going to give a free kick just outside of the box here. I think Aubin kind of did that intentionally. Jones with the kick that's through straight into Jen Keller. Easy save. Now Reese, head to Oikel. Jones, Blades McHenry trying to find anybody on the inside. Nobody there for it. Weingarten now against Aubin. Gets the best of her as Jones comes up behind it. So Oikel kind of colliding with her own player on that. Oikel recently checked in. Jones with a deep throw in here. Smith gonna work her way back there. Again, not typically a defender here, but trying to make sure that this doesn't happen. Referee not calling anything as we see Blades McHenry with that great offensive effort. But again, if Kelly Smith isn't there for that one, I think that looks completely different. Great awareness from Smith. And Weingarten going in for a slide tackle that ends up tripping up. I believe that's Jones a little bit after the play. Don't think that was intended. Jones with the kick straight through the net. Keller trying to find an opening. Not too many Lancers up front, but does try to find Marriott. Doesn't end up doing so. Algonquin back with it on the far side. Godban. Vanilla with the pass on the inside. Smith for the Lancers trying to prevent that on Aubin, but Godban ends up getting the original pass back. If you little play to the side, going to be Armstrong. Now trying to find an opening. Good deke. It's going to just go to Smith, and Smith, a little bit of an awkward pass that goes back to Algonquin. Armstrong here moving still. About 5 Lancer defenders here trying to get it out of their box. Now with some wiggle room, able to do so, but just putting that one out. So still going to have to play defensively here. Not able to fully get it out of their own zone. Aubin with that first touch. Lancers having a tough time here getting it out of their own zone as Algonquin is still with it here. McNutt comes up with it. Weingarten. Bullis trying to find an opening, but ends up turning that over with Vanilla on her that entire time. Weingarten now trying to find a through ball to the other Weingarten. Does so, but a little bit too heavy of a touch. And Harper boots that away. Blades McHenry goes to the grass. Referee's going to give a free kick on that. Smith with an opportunity. Oikel on the side. Weingarten and Marriott trying to go for Marriott. Ends up getting picked off. Now Balson back. It's Blades McHenry. Head to Reese. Reese heavy under pressure immediately. Lance is still with it. It's going to be Oikel. Aubin. Weingarten. Aubin getting the best of that. Martinez. Armstrong trying to go to the far side of Godban. Ends up hitting her in the back jersey number, but still in possession. Here is Algonquin. Harper trying to find an opening. Goes to the short side right in front of her. Going to be Godban against McNutt on the far side. It goes off of McNutt here. Really quickly tap that away. Algonquin still staying in possession in the Lancers zone here. Lancers defenders probably feeling a little bit gassed here. And a quick pickoff. Now an opportunity for Weingarten. And Weingarten trying to take it herself and sprinting ahead. Great effort from Weingarten. Goes off Oikel. As you see Reese coming down for it. That one's just going to go out on the side of Algonquin. So Lancers having an opportunity for a throw-in as well as a substitution. Reese trying to find an open Lancer. Goes to Weingarten in the middle. Balson. Under heavy pressure here. Algonquin with an opportunity. Now to Godban. Two different Lancer defenders here. See if she's able to get the best of it. Ends up getting taken down in the corner. Referee's going to say it's going to be a free kick. A little bit of an awkward angle just in front of the corner kick marker. Samantha Jones, listed as a defender, but also taking the majority of these kicks, being one of the specialists for the Wolves. Very large bulk up here for the Wolves on the far side of the net. Only one up close right next to the goalie. Now in motion, going to go high, still in the box here. Ball's coming down, kick comes off, but just to the feet of Keller, who was able to snag that one easily. Quick kick ahead to the Weingarten. Going to be too heavy. Oikel needing to play a little bit more aggressively on that one, I think. Trying to create some pressure. Now Wolves trying to get it out of their own zone. It's Garrett right at the center field. It's double teamed, having to send it back. Weingarten now stripping it back. As soon as the Wolves got it out of their own zone, they lost it. But not to be outdone. They did win it back before any real threat came. Now on the far side, it's going to be Martinez trying to sprint this one down. Martinez not able to get it before it goes out, so Lance is off for the quick throw, and it's going to be Oikel. Referee's going to give a free kick. Ball's intended there for Oikel. Ends up going to the Wolves. Martinez. Lance is able to kick that up and ahead. Now Smith in possession. Mallory Armstrong of the Wolves. It'll be Weingarten trying to find a cross, but goes out off of the Wolves defender. Reese trying to find an opening. Getting under heavy pressure here. A ton of players built up on this close far side in the Wolves zone. See another throw in here from Reese. Reese going for a deep throw in. First touch from the Wolves, but Lancers stay in possession. They go back. Immediate kick ahead to put it back in a more offensive position. And Reese and the Lancers trying to bring this down. Create an opportunity. 2-on-1 near the corner. Be tapped out. Reese with another chance for a throw-in. Maybe Weingarten, but Algonquin now feeling a little bit of threat, so just opting to send that out. Goes off the Algonquin defender again. Weingarten with the throw-in this time. Goes to Reese. Reese falls to the ground, but gets it out to Smith. Smith here with it. Trying to find an opening, but heavily guarded. Referee's going to give a free kick. Crosses in from Weingarten. Oikel trying to run that one down. Algonquin get it out for just a moment. Reese sending it back in off the Algonquin defender here. Defensive line for Algonquin also moving up massively here. A lot of stretch room if there's a room to run. But Algonquin now with an opportunity. Balson running back. Again, having a great defensive game is number 17 for the Lancers. Vanian, the throw-in. Let's just get the first touch on that one, but goes back to the side of Algonquin. Touches on the ground there. Referee's going to give a free kick. Samantha Jones trying to find an opening again. Algonquin on the far side, having several players bunched up. Ball's going to go through. Lance is on that first touch and right in front of the net. The shot goes out, but again, too many bodies. Where Lance is just going to put that one out, so another offensive opportunity. Weingarten, the first initial touch, but losing it. Now the Wolves kick on the inside. It's going to fall to Jones, who's not able to get a first touch on it. That's too well. Still in the offensive side in the box for the Lancers. Lancers now opting to try to get it out as fast as they can. Heavily under pressure. They're going to kind of do so. Getting a throw in here. The throw in. Balson here with it. It's going to be turned over, and it's going to be Godban with Weingarten making some other great defensive plays. Weingarten coming together with the kick ahead. It'll be a first touch. It's a little bit awkward from Hack. Lancers still in possession though. Smith having a little bit of a run. Kicks that one ahead. I think was looking for a through ball and falls through the keeper's hand, who's not able to grab that one. Kind of a great example of just always trying to play that no matter what. You never know what's going to happen. Ball's up and ahead. Falls to Smith. I just put ahead. Going to be Reese here. So, has the option to go back to the keeper, but ends up just keeping it and then pushing it to the side, but it's not going to go out of bounds. So Algonquin, not with a throw-in or anything, but able to reset. Try to go for a kick to the inside, a little bit too heavy. Going to be turned over. The Weingarten. Smith, now with an opportunity. Seeing what Smith does and puts it ahead to Oikel. Oikel with a little bit of a run on the inside here. Jones outpacing her minorly, but Oikel a little bit of a plug. Jersey's getting tugged on the side. A referee not calling anything here, and now going to do so at a free kick just outside of the box for the Lancers. Jones coming through with a yellow. Thank you for mentioning that. I didn't realize. So that's going to be 2 cards on the game going against the Algonquin Wolves. Lancers with a great offensive opportunity. Taylor Weingarten from Carrion Place. Referee finally blows his whistle. It's going to be Weingarten The kick is up and trying to go on the net there. It just falls to the hands of Harper again. Decent opportunity, but it did seem a little bit weird for the Lancers. They were so far spread apart from that one. So see Martinez here as Smith trying to run back and get that one. Great effort from Kelly Smith. Jones, the recipient of that yellow card moments ago with the corner kick. The high kick trying to find the inside. Looks really good. Fortunately for Jones, a couple of her teammates weren't able to get their heads on that. Lancers now trying to switch it to an offensive possession. I'm going to turn that one over immediately, unfortunately. Pass was a little bit too heavy. Mackenzie Reese now at the last opportunity potentially here for the Lancers to create something offensively. It was off Smith. Balson here trying to let Jen Keller run up and get it. Deep kick ahead. Trying to find Weingarten. Doesn't do so. Ends up for the Wolves here. Miranda on a pass to the inside. A little chip over the corner and ends up putting that one in. That goal coming from Sabrina Fraser, adding the 4th goal onto the board for the Algonquin Wolves. And the referee is going to immediately call an end to that game. The Algonquin Wolves improve to 4-0, and the Lancers fall to 0-5. Still looking for that elusive first goal of the season. Really think that this game was a step in the right direction for the Lancers. Looked phenomenal in that first half. Was a lot of back and forth action and had some great opportunities again throughout the second. My name's Stephen Chill alongside Caleb Seguin. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next Lancers home game.